Have you received a letter from solicitors acting for West 28th Street? If you have, what follows will hopefully help you decide what to do next. Welcome to the latest video update in respect of West 28th Street tax claims. To introduce myself, I'm Hugh Wallace, I'm Head of Disputes at Greenwoods. This is my colleague Ewan Palmer, a partner in our disputes team. To start with a recap of what all the claims are about, Ewan will provide that in a minute, but in the meantime, a health warning: nothing in what follows should be taken as legal advice, and in watching this video, it's no substitute for taking advice on your own personal position. We'll provide some details at the end of the video of how you can contact us if you do want to take matters further. So to kick things off, Ewan, maybe we can talk in providing a recap of what the current claims are all about and some of the common questions that we've received. Firstly, many people watching will have received a letter from solicitors who say they're acting for somebody called West 28th Street. Who are West 28th Street and why are they sending these letters?
Right. West 28th Street are not a company that anybody watching this video has had any contact with before, I would guess. What West 28th Street are is that they are an assignee of an assignee of an assignee. There's quite a history to this. People took out or entered into employee benefit scheme, contractor loan remuneration schemes decades ago. Now, in theory at least, that means there is a loan outstanding. That loan has been assigned several times now, and West 28th are just the latest assignee of that loan.
Many people have been concerned that Greenwoods is mentioned in the letter they've received from solicitors. What's Greenwoods' connection to West 28th Street?
We have no connection with West 28th. We're not West 28th Street. We are, if anything, we're solicitors who will be adverse to West 28th Street. The reason that there has been a letter with our name in it is because the West 28th Street were under an obligation when writing to you to give you some indication or some guidance as to lawyers that might be able to assist you in terms of dealing with the inquiries or dealing with the correspondence that they've sent.
Thank you. And what about those people who've already paid tax back to HMRC? They might well be thinking, this sounds like a scam. This has got nothing to do with me anymore because I've repaid the tax.
That, Hugh, brings up quite an interesting point in that these employee benefit schemes or contractor remuneration schemes, they go back many years, more than a decade for some people, more than 15 years for other people. But it's important to consider that there are two aspects to it. One is the supposed loan that individuals would have received from a trustee company, and the other is HMRC saying you owe us tax on that loan as if it was remuneration. They're two different things. It's one thing for HMRC to say you are under an obligation to pay tax on that loan. It is another thing, and quite distinct, for the trustee company to say that was a loan and it now needs to be repaid.
Is there likely to be a defence to these claims?
Well, two answers to that. One is that there are a number of defences that will need to be explored, but it's early days to make a decision on what those are. The other thing is that so far there are a lot of different circumstances being presented to us by the people who are coming forward. People have been engaged in different loan schemes with different background documentation, and there will be different answers to that question depending on the individual circumstances. But, as I said, it's early days. The numbers of people who have contacted us are quite high. Ideally, we will be in a position to be able to say there are defences which apply across the group generally, and there will be defences which are unique to each individual and their own circumstances.
And if I'm somebody that is concerned about having received one of these letters, how long is it likely to take to work out whether there's anything that can be done, and what happens next?
Well, taking those in reverse order, the reason you received that letter from West 28th, we think, is because West 28th Street worked out that if they are going to treat these loans as loans, then there were certain prerequisites that they had to meet before they actually could be in a position to issue a demand or to start charging interest. That's why they've issued these letters along with what are called corrective statements. In terms of what happens next, what we anticipate is that having ticked that box, so to speak, West 28th Street are now going to be, probably in the weeks that come, issuing letters of demand or issuing further letters to notify that interest is now running.
And in terms of what happens next, if I want to take matters forward and I'm concerned about my position, what can I do?
You should contact a lawyer. We hope it's us, but do contact a lawyer and speak to a lawyer about your circumstances. What we would like to hear from you is we would like to see a copy of the correspondence that West 28th Street has sent you, and we would also ideally like to see the background documentation that some of you might have available as to the original schemes that you entered into.
And if you do want to contact us, there are details on our website, greenwoods.co.uk, and if you go there you can see how you can contact us either via an online form or you can ring us. And also you'll find hopefully some helpful questions and answers that might cover other areas that we haven't had the chance to cover in this relatively short video. Thank you.